Yes. So last period we have studied three quantum numbers. That principal quantum number is mutual quantum number and magnetic quantum number. And now we are going to study that spin quantum number. Spin quantum number. Spin quantum number is denoted by yes. It is denoted by yes. Spin quantum number accounts the spin motion of electron. Spin quantum number accounts the spin motion of electron. You must be thinking what is spin motion. So just you see, inside the atom, electron revolves around the nucleus. Not only revolves, it rotates on its own axis. Just like the top you have seen, that top is rotating. So when the top is revolving and rotating, both things are there. Same thing happen in electron also, as in the earth you have seen that earth is revolving around the nucleus. Due to that revolution you are getting the weather changes, and then earth rotates on its axis, and because of that you are getting day and night. Same thing happened for the electron also. Inside the atom, electron revolves around the nucleus as well as rotates on its axis. So the rotation of electron on its axis is given by spin motion, that is spin quantum number. So that I am going to write in an atom, electron revolves around the nucleus. In an atom, electron revolves around the nucleus and rotates on its axis. The rotation on its axis is called spin motion. This spin motion is given by spin quantum number. Spin quantum number. In an orbital, for each value of m, s is equal to plus minus half. For each value of m, means one value of m will represent one orbital. One value of m represent one orbital. So in one orbital, two electrons can be present. In one orbital, two electrons can be present. So what I have written, for each value of m, s is equal to plus minus half. It means that is an orbital can take two electrons. one electron is spinning clockwise and other electron is spinning anti-clockwise. So for the clockwise motion of electron, S is equal to plus half. For anti-clockwise motion of electron, S is equal to minus half. It means, just you see, we are making one box. One box means one orbital. One box means one orbital. So in one orbital, this is the orbital. In this orbital, 2 electrons can be filled. So I have written here that that is, an orbital can take 2 electrons. One electron is spinning clockwise, another electron is spinning anti-clockwise. For clockwise motion of electron, S is equal to plus half, and for anti-clockwise motion of electron, S is equal to minus half. So suppose that if 2 electrons are there, one electron is moving clockwise, another one is moving anti-clockwise. So for the clockwise electron, we take S is equal to plus half, and here S is equal to minus half. So what is the meaning of this one? For each value of M, S is equal to plus minus half. The meaning is that for each value of M, it means that one orbital. It means one orbital. In one orbital, 2 electrons will be present. In one orbital, 2 electrons will be present, and one electron will be moving clockwise direction and another electron moving in anti-clockwise direction. So the concept is clear or not? For each M, S is equal to plus minus half. So now just you see, you have completed all the quantum numbers. So first of all, principal quantum number. What information you are getting from the principal quantum number? Principal quantum number gives the shell, main cell, principal cell in which electron is present. It is denoted by M. Then second, you have studied that azimuthal quantum number. It describes about the subshell. Then magnetic quantum number, it describes about the orbital. And spin quantum number, that gives the spin motion of electron. So all of you, all the points I am going to write this, you all have written.
Yes, sir.
So I am going to write in short what I told you. It is useful for you. You can write in your copy. So just you see, you have studied first principal quantum number. Principal quantum number. It is denoted by N. Then this principal quantum number, that will give you that main cell or principal cell. Principal cell, in your book language is given that principal cell, but we consider main cell or only cell, you can say. That is KLMN. You are getting from this one. Value of N is 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one you have studied that azimuthal quantum number. Already already you have studied. It gives the subcell. This, it is denoted by L. It gives the subcell. What do you mean by subcell? SPDF. So L is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. SPDF. Now, next, that quantum number you have studied. Next quantum number you have studied, that magnetic quantum number. Magnetic quantum number. This one is denoted by M. And what it represents? It represents orbital, subcells, main cell, and orbitals. This is denoted that M. And for L, M is equal to minus L, 2 plus L. If M is supposed F subcell, for F subcell, what is the value of L?
0.
Yes, 0. L is equal to 0. Then M is also 0. So now the question for you, in F subcell, how many orbitals will be there?
1.
1. Yes, one value of the M you are getting. So only one orbital. So I will make here one box. In the same way, P subcell. What is the value of L for P subcell?
0, 1.
No. Just you see, for P, L is 1.
1.
Plus 1.
Only one. Just you see, all of you please look here. For S subcell, L is equal to 0. For P subcell, L is equal to 1. For D subcell, L is equal to 2. And for F subcell, L is equal to 3. So now my question is that for P subcell, what is the value of L? What you will answer?
1.
Yes, correct. The value of L is 1. And if the value of L is 1, just you find out what is the value of M.
Minus 1, 0, plus 1.
Yes, correct one. Absolutely correct. How many values of M you are getting in P subcell?
3.
3.
3 values. So do you know 3 orbitals will be there? In P subcell, 3 orbitals will be there. Just you see. I will make here 3 box. You must be thinking, what is the name of that orbital? So just you learn this one. Px, Py, Pz. 3 orbitals are there, and these 3 orbitals are Px, Py, Pz. Whether the concept is clear or not, all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is, if I ask you in S subcell how many orbitals are there, your answer will be there 1. In P subcell how many orbitals are there? What is your answer?
3.
Yes, 3. Now just you take some more. Then SP you have seen, then D subcell. For D subcell, what is the value of L for D subcell?
2.
2, sir.
2.
Yes, correct. The value of L is 2. Then the value of M will be minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2. How many values you are getting here? 5.
5.
5. So if you are getting 5 values, then 5 orbitals will be there. So if I ask you in D subcell, how many orbitals are there? your answer will be there 5 orbitals. Just you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 orbitals are there. Name of that orbital: dxy, dyz, dxz, dx square minus y square, dz square. So in D subcell, 5 orbitals are there, and the name of these orbitals: dxy, dyz, dxz, dx square minus y square, and dz square. Now, next one is F subcell. For F subcell, what is the value of L?
3.
3.
3.
Yes, value of L is 3. Then you find out the value of M. M is equal to -3, -2, -1, 0, +1, +2, +3. How many values you are getting here? Values of M?
7.
7.
7. Then 7 orbitals will be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 orbitals are there. So if I ask you that in F subcell, how many orbitals are there? What is your answer? How many orbitals are there in F subcell?
7.
7. Yes, correct. Please keep in your mind. This you keep in your mind, that in S subcell, 1 orbital. Here you have seen. In S subcell, 1 orbital, 1 box I have made here. This you keep in your mind. In P subcell, 3 orbitals are there. 3 boxes I have made here. And in D subcell, 5 orbitals are there. And F subcell, 7 orbitals are there. Because in coming topic, I will tell you how to fill up the electron. So you have studied that an orbital can occupy maximum 2 electrons. The difference between orbit and orbital I have given you, that an orbital can occupy maximum 2 electrons. So here in each orbital 2 electrons can be filled. Now the question for you: if I ask you in S subcell, how many electrons can be filled?
2.
2. Yes, correct. Yes, correct.
2, sir.
In P subcell, how many electrons can be filled?
6.
6.
6. Yes, correct. Absolutely correct. Just you see, 3 orbitals are there. 3 to the 6. Yes, correct. In the same way, if I ask you in D subcell, how many electrons can be filled?
10.
10.
D, yes, you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to the 10. So in D subcell, 10 electrons will be filled. Then in F subcell, how many electrons can be filled?
14.
14.
14. Yes. So just you see, and then that I have given you that spin quantum number. Spin quantum number, I told you that will give the spin motion of the electron. Means in any orbital 2 electrons will be there, and 1 electron is moving clockwise and the other electron is moving anti-clockwise. So the electron which is moving clockwise, for that electron we give S is equal to +12. And the other electron which is moving anti-clockwise, for that electron we give S is equal to -12. So I think this concept is clear to you, quantum numbers. And just you see, some questions are there that we are going to solve here. So this you keep in your mind, that principal quantum number gives the shell, that azimuthal quantum number give the subcells, SPDF, magnetic quantum number give the orbitals. Orbitals names I have given you. For S subcell, that name will be S only. And for P subcell, 3 orbitals are there: Px, Py, Pz. And for D subcell, 5 orbitals are there: dxy, dyz, dxz, dx square minus y square, dz square. And for F subcell, that names are not given. So it is a complex, and so many loops are coming in that one. So that you study only that one, that in F subcell, that 7 orbitals are there. Now some questions you can solve here. So just you see, for n is equal to 3, calculate all the values of quantum numbers. This is the question. For L is equal to 3 for, sorry, N is equal to 3, calculate the values of all the quantum numbers. For N is equal to 3, calculate the values of all the quantum numbers. It means principal quantum number is given to you. Principal quantum number is given to you. You have to find out. Azimuthal quantum number, magnetic quantum number, and spin quantum number. So just you see, I will make one chart here. N is equal to 3. N is equal to 3. What is the value of L? How can you calculate? Just you remember the formula. For N, L is equal to 0 to N minus 1. This formula, do you remember? For N, L is equal to 0 to N minus 1. So if the value of N is 1, L will be 0. If value of N is 3, then the value of L is 0, 1, 2. So you can write here, L is equal to 0, 1, 2. All of you understood how the value of L is coming? By applying this formula. By applying that formula. Now, next, value of M. So that you have studied, for L, M is equal to minus L to plus L, in between 0 will be there. So for L is equal to 0. If L is equal to 0, then M will be 0. So here you are getting M is equal to 0. Then if L is equal to 1, what is the value of M?
Plus 1, 0, 1.
minus 1, 0, 1.
Minus 1, 0, plus 1. So here you are getting that value of M. 3 values you are getting. M is equal to minus 1, M is equal to 0, M is equal to plus 1. 3 values you are getting. For L is equal to 1, M is equal to minus 1, 0, plus 1. In the same way, for L is equal to 2, what are the values of M?
Minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1.
Minus 2,
0 plus 1 plus
minus 1. Yes, correct. So that I am taking here. Space is not there. So M is equal to minus 2, M is equal to minus 1, M is equal to 0, plus 1, 5 only, na? M is equal to minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Now, it is given for each M, S is equal to plus minus half. So here, S is equal to plus minus half. Do you know about why it is written S is equal to plus minus half? For each value of M, means one value of M giving one orbital. In one orbital, 2 electrons can be filled. So for this M, 2 electrons are there. One electron will be clockwise, other electron will be anti-clockwise. In the same way, for this also, S is equal to plus minus half. This S is equal to plus minus half. S is equal to plus minus half. Here also, S is equal to plus minus half. 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 Just you count here. How many electrons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 to the
18.
18. And this is the third cell. You have studied maximum electron 2n square. Apply that formula. 2 into 3 square, then 2 into 9, 18. So just you see, by your 2n square formula and by this quantum numbers, both are matched. Both are matched, same number of electrons you are getting. So now just you go through your book. Some questions are there. These questions are very, very useful for you. So this example 2.17, that an orbital has n is equal to 3. What are the possible values of L? So possible values of L 0, 1, 2. That one only. Then an atomic number L is equal to 3. What are the possible values of M? So if the L is equal to 3 is given, you can calculate the value of M. Can I rub this one?
Yes, sir.
So I will take some questions from your book. These questions are very, very useful for you. And like this, the questions are asked in your examination. So that second question, that for L is equal to 3, question for L is equal to 3. For L is equal to 3, find out the value of L. For L is equal to 3, find out the values of L. So just you see one formula you have studied. For L, M is equal to minus L, 0 to plus L. So if the L is equal to 3 is there, so what is the value of M? Minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3. Now the next question, an atomic orbital has n is equal to 2. What are the values of L and M? So the question is that for n is equal to 2, find out the values of L and M. So previous example I have given you. So same way you can solve. N is equal to 2, then L is equal to, you have studied for L is equal to 0 to n minus 1, and for n is equal to 1, 0, and if you take n is equal to 2, then L is equal to 0, 1. So you can write here L is equal to 0 and L is equal to 1. Then they are asking for M also. So for this one, M is equal to 0, because for L, M is equal to minus L to plus L. So for this one, 3 values will be there. M is equal to minus 1, 0, plus 1. So now next question. This is easy. Now next one you see. Using SPDF notation, describe the orbital. Now next question. Such questions are asked in your examination. So example, that using SPDF notation, describe the orbital. Using SPDF notation, describe orbitals. So values are given. A, n is equal to 1, L is equal to 0. B, n is equal to 2, L is equal to 1. C, n is equal to 3, L is equal to 0. D, n is equal to 4, L is equal to 3. E, n is equal to 5, L is equal to 2. So just you see, for this one, you have to find out the symbols. Answer is already given. It seems it is very easy. So you have to learn how to get the answer. Just you see, you have studied that L is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. Yes, P, D, F. That you keep in your mind. If L is equal to 0, yes. If L is equal to 1, then P. If L is equal to 2, D. For 3, yes. So apply that one. Just you see how we can give the notation. This principal quantum number is given, so that you take here 1, and for L is equal to 0, yes. So this is 1, yes. Then this one make the symbol. So for N is equal to 2, 2, and for L is equal to 1, then it will be the P subset. So write here 2P. Then N is equal to 3 and L is equal to 0. Then this will be yes. So 3 yes. Then N is equal to 4, L is equal to 3. So if the L is equal to 3, F. So this will be 4F. Then N is equal to 5, L is equal to 2. So this 5. All of you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So note down. Then next question is given. Example 2.21. Another example opposite of this one. Mention the value of N and L. Find out the value of N and L. Opposite. One question is given. Just you see that A 1S, B 2P, C 3D, then D 4F, and E 3S. This notation is given. First quantum number was given, and from the quantum numbers you have got that symbol, and here the symbols are given. You have to find out the value of N and L. So all of you look here. Just to see what is written 1. So this is N. And for S, L is equal to 0. So this is N is equal to 1, L is equal to 0. Now, this is written 2, then N is equal to 2. And for P, what is the value of L?
1.
1. So you write here 1. This 3 is given, N is equal to 3. Then D, just you see, for the D, what is the value of L?
2.
2. Yes, correct. Then 4, F is given. If the F is given, what is the value of L?
3, sir.
Yes, value of L is 3. In the same way, for the 3S, N is equal to 3 and S is given, then L is equal to. So such question, if you go through the previous year question paper, the questions are asked. Now another example. That example 2.19, what is given? Describe the electron having the following set of, designate the electron. Designate electron. So the first set is given, that N is equal to 2, L is equal to 0, M is equal to 0, and S is equal to plus half. Second set is given, N is equal to 3, L is equal to 1, M is equal to plus 1, and S is equal to plus half. Now the third one is given that N is equal to 1, L is equal to 0, M is equal to 0 and S is equal to minus half. So yesterday I have given you one information. You must have written that for Pz, M is equal to 0. For Px, M is equal to plus 1, and for Py, M is this I will use here. This information I will use here. So all of you look here. N is equal to 2 and L is equal to 0. So this is the 2 and
2s.
L is equal to 0, 2s. 2s orbital contains one electron. What is the spin of the electron?
Clockwise.
Clockwise, yes. 2s orbital has one electron in clockwise motion. Now this N is equal to 3, L is equal to 1. What you are getting? P. Then here, yes.
Sir, how we can say that it has only one electron?
Just you see, value of S is only 1 is given, na? Plus half. If
Yes.
value of S is only 1 means 1 electron. If plus minus half is there, then 2 electrons. Here just you see, N is equal to 3 and L is equal to 1, 3p. Now, here this knowledge is required. Yesterday I have given you for Px, N is equal to plus 1. So what about this orbital? This orbital will become 3px by this one. 3px orbital. So 3px orbital contains one electron. 3px orbital has one electron in clockwise motion. Now come here. N is equal to 1, L is equal to 0. 1s. 1s contain one electron. What is the motion here?
Anti-clockwise.
Yes, correct. One electron in anti-clockwise motion. So just you go through your book. I have tried my best to make you understand the topic. So here example 2.20, it is given that among the following set of quantum numbers, state which are not possible and explain why. So first one you see that N is equal to 0 and L is equal to 0, M is equal to minus 1. So that is not possible because L is equal to 0, so the value of M cannot be the minus 1. This B is possible, then C is not possible because N is equal to 2, so the value of N cannot be 3 because for N, L is equal to 0 to N minus 1. So that's why C is not possible. Then E, as I have given you that the value of M cannot be 0. So here it is given N is equal to 0. So that's why this value is not possible. So all the examples are important here and go through all the examples. Such type of the questions are asked in paper. So next in the review exercise we will discuss the unsolved questions. Okay. So next period we will discuss about the shape of the atomic orbital probability. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jebrin.